A new study published in the journal Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences has found that Chinese use of genetically modified cotton over the last 25 years has led to huge reductions in the use of pesticides, which has in turn had huge benefits for the local insect populations and the greater ecology. Now, there's a few downsides here, but ultimately it's really good news. So this genetically modified cotton, called Bt cotton, was genetically modified so as to create compounds that specifically repelled the cotton bollworm, which is a hugely destructive crop pest. By modifying the cotton so that they produced an internalized pesticide against that one particular pest, the farmers didn't need to apply nearly as much exogenous pesticide. And this is a really good thing, because the diminished pesticide use meant that all manner of other insects, both wild and domesticated, were able to flourish in greater numbers. All of these insects engaged in their normal behaviors, and had their normal ecological influences, which included preying on the cotton bollworms and the cotton aphids, and further improving crop health. But not every bug that was benefiting from a lack of pesticide is good for crop health, and around the year 2000, when reductions in pesticide had become widespread, Myrid bugs, cotton aphids, and a few other pests began to flourish too. Farmers responded by using a little bit more pesticide, which was still less than they were using the decade before. Now in the present day, pesticide use and pest infestation has been decreasing slightly since about 2008. This is really important in China, which is the largest cotton producer in the world. By weight of active ingredients, China uses 4 times as much pesticide as the US. These chemicals can be dangerous, and they can poison the farmers that are using them, which leads to around 400 to 500 farmer deaths a year. So it's really good that they're reducing their use, and it's good that this study has shown how GMO cotton is providing a powerful ecological service. However, the study also points out that Bt cotton isn't a perfect solution to the bollworm problem, nor is it a perfect solution to reducing pesticide use overall. It's a step in the right direction, but there's so much farther that we have to go. They say that Bt cotton isn't, quote, a silver bullet, unquote, but that the use of Bt cotton, in addition to landscape management and policies that protect and enhance biodiversity and vulnerable habitats, when all of this is combined, it can lead to significant improvements in environmental and ecological health. But to stay on top of this problem, we have to keep learning. For example, as climate change warms the planet, the increasing air temperature will increase the chances of pest outbreak, so we might be in need of a stronger solution sometime in the near future. Additionally, they talk about how pesticide use, even unnecessary prophylactic use, can both hamper the populations of good insects that eat the crop pests, and it can economically drain the farmers. They cite the farmers', quote, risk-averse attitude and lack of knowledge, unquote, as well as, quote, a clear lack of awareness among farmers on the value of natural enemies for crop protection, both in China and in other developing countries, unquote. So the takeaway message here is that these genetically modified crops really are working. They really are revolutionizing agriculture, and they allow us to use fewer pesticides, and to grow plants while being gentler on our environment. But this revolution is far from over, and our current agricultural practices are still relatively destructive. It will take more research to find a solution, and more education on behalf of farmers, policymakers, and the general public so as to increase the efficiency and the safety of farmers, and to increase the yield and the ecological sustainability of agriculture. All of this stuff is so extremely important. So if you think that agricultural science is boring, just consider that without this technology, we would be on the knife's edge of ecological ruination. We would be at a high risk of rapidly losing our ability to feed our current population. So in a very direct way, modern agricultural science is what separates our modern civilization as it is today from a crumbling civilization that's unable to feed billions of starving people in the wake of ecological collapse.